Hey folks, Eric here on Wednesday, August 10th. Although you won't be seeing this until Thursday at the earliest, because I've been working 11-hour days, and it's too late for me to post this, but not too late to record it. So it'll go up tomorrow at the time of recording. Tomorrow's. You know. You know how that works. Let's look at the stuff I picked up at the comic book store today. Not a lot. We're going to start with Batman Urban Legends issue 18 from DC. It's got Etrigan the Demon on the front and the back. I think this is the first time that it's had 5 different stories. A couple of part ones, and it looks like the others are just little standalone stories. But we've got Batman and the Demon. Looks like a Pennyworth, Alfred Pennyworth story. Batman and Robin. So hopefully all sorts of good stuff. I really like this series because it just gives you a little taste of Batman and the Bat family. And I like Etrigan the Demon. Excuse me. Very excited about this. This is Deceased, War of the Undead Gods, #1 from DC. The final chapter begins. It says, I've really loved all of the Deceased stuff. This is technically the 3rd miniseries in the Deceased line, but there was a digital comic that eventually came out in a collected edition, so I don't know how they count those things, but it's basically DC zombies. But it's I've really enjoyed all the stuff that's come out previously, so hopefully this stacks up well against those books. A couple of one-shots here. We have Vampirella Fairy Tales from Dynamite, and as I said, it's just a one-shot, and a single writer, so perhaps just a single story. Usually these are anthologies, but I like Vampirella. I like different takes on Vampirella. Speaking of, Red Sonja Fairy Tales from Dynamite. It's a one-shot. And again, a single writer, single artist, so perhaps just a single story. I don't know. I have no idea. I won't know until I read them. And that's it for floppies, as they're called. But I have a few other things. This is Maniac of New York, Volume 2, The Bronx is Burning. This is from Aftershock, and Volume 2 contains the entire second arc, issues 1 through 4 of The Bronx is Burning. This is supposed to be a really good book, and it's just one of those. I have the first volume, I just haven't read it yet. But I trust the people who have told me that this is really good, so I look forward to reading it. And it's, slasher-ish. Oh, I don't even want to read the back. I just read the first few words of the back cover copy, and I'm afraid it might spoil what happened in the first one. So let's move on to, this is Criminal Macabre, Spirit of the Demon from Dark Horse, written by Steve Niles. This is a Cal McDonald original graphic novel. Steve Niles, of course, is the guy that created 30 Days of Night. And I don't know if this is true. The story I heard was that he originally wrote 30 Days of Night as a screenplay, tried to sell it as a movie, couldn't sell it, so he turned it into a 3-issue comic book. And before the 3rd issue was even out, someone bought the rights to make it into a movie for like $1 million. Don't know if that's true or not, but love Steve Niles' stuff, the 30 Days of Night stuff. He's done takes on zombies and Frankenstein and all sorts of different stuff. And but Criminal Macabre, the Cal McDonald stories, are urban fantasy, I guess. Cal McDonald's this drug popping private eye in a world of monsters, and I have all the prose fiction that he's written with the character, and I need to get like the omnibuses of all the comic book stuff. But this is a brand new original Cal McDonald story, so very excited for this. And then finally, something I just picked up on impulse. And this is the Uncanny XMen trading cards, the complete series, all cards illustrated by Jim Lee. The 30th anniversary of artist Jim Lee's legendary X-Men trading card art from 1992, 30 years. So this book has interviews, has production art kind of stuff, and then it has shows some action figures and things. But then when you get into it, it has the front, and we'll turn the page to flip over to there, the back of all of the trading cards in this set, and there's little notes about each card. And then there is a little pack of special trading cards that come with it. There's a bunch of these. I have the one for Mars Attacks, and I have the one for the original Star Wars. I used to have all those cards back in the day. I used to have, I can't remember if I have any others. I think I had Empire Strikes Back, but got rid of it. There's a Planet of the Apes one. I might still have that one, or maybe I never. I think I have that. Anyway, I dig this stuff. I love looking at the artwork, even though Jim Lee isn't one of my favorite artists. I have some of these cards. If I'd thought ahead, I could have gone, I know exactly where they are. I could have pulled some out and shown you side-by-side comparison. But anyway, I dig this. I like this kind of thing as long as it's, a subject that I'm interested in. And even though I always say I'm anti-mutant, I think this is a cool thing to have. There are a lot of characters in here that I actually do like. So that's that. There you go. Uncanny X-Men trading cards. Pretty cool. Had no idea that was coming out. And that's it. That's all I picked up this week. Like I said, it was a pretty light week. So my question, of course, there's always the general question of any of this stuff catch your eye? What would you like to read out of this pile? But I think I'm going to go with this week specifically. Let's talk about trading cards. Have you ever been a collector of trading cards? Excuse me. Any type. Not gonna prejudge or judge anyone. I was never a collector of sports cards, but I've collected trading cards like crazy. As I said, I had all of the original Star Wars cards. I never did get any of the original Mars Attacks cards. As much as I love Mars Attacks, it was kind of not quite before my time, but a little bit. I think I was a little too young. But I've gotten just tons of basically comic book trading cards, some movie trading cards. Vertigo from DC Comics put out these sort of longer, I think they were the same width as a normal trading card, but a little taller. Put out a set of those. I think I had a complete set. And I may have told this story before at the comic book store. This is decades ago. The comic book store I was going to, I was behind. They had a bunch of stuff in my file. And I went in, picked up as much as I could, and left behind about $100 worth of stuff. I was way, way behind. And I had like a couple extra dollars, so I bought a pack of the Vertigo trading cards. I was driving home, sitting at a red light that I knew was going to take some time. So I opened up the pack of trading cards, and inside was the ultra rare Death from Sandman holographic trading card. And I knew the owner, one of the owners wanted that card. So I turned right around. I drove back. I said, I found this card in the pack. what will you give me for it? And they looked in my file, added everything up, and they're like, we'll give you everything in your file. So for a $5 pack of trading cards, however much it was way back when, I got $100 worth of comic books. But anyway, so yes, I am a fan of trading cards. I'll still buy sets of cards and things. I have a set, and these aren't quite trading cards. I have a set of Red Sonja tarot cards. I have a deck of DC Bombshell playing cards. I think I have 2 different sets of Funko Pop. One's Marvel, one's DC, something maybe. Playing cards. I just love it. I love the artwork. I love comic book artwork. And plus I use like a bunch of my old trading cards I use as bookmarks. But anyway, yes, so obviously I'm a fan. What about you? Did you collect sports cards? Did you collect any other types of I know there's been serial killer trading cards, war, famous wars, famous battles type trading cards. Has that ever been your thing? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have any comments, questions, or corrections, please put those in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers. Just post spoiler warning. We try to be polite here on my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. All the usual YouTube stuff. If you care to follow me on other social media, my Twitter is @Ronin5757. My Instagram, where I post pictures of books, comic books, board games, and fuzzy animals, is ErikSmith5757. That's Eric with a K, ERIKSMITH 5757. That's all I've got for you this week. So until next week, read more comic books.